Hello, thank you for tuning into another episode of Take 10 on Tuesday with the Tennessee Tribune. I'm Jason Luntz. This week, we are right down the road from our office. We're at the famous Meharry Medical College. And I'm here today with Bob Poole, Senior Vice President of Institutional Advancement. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great, and I'm excited to have the chance to come and talk to you and learn about your mission and everything that's going on here to raise money for this prestigious institution.
Thank you. I'm glad you're here.
Great, thank you. Now, my first question is there, I've heard in the past that many HBCUs have issues with raising money. Now, is that true? Is that a fact, or is that a stereotype?
Well, some might say it's a stereotype, but it is true that all of us, for the most part, HBCUs have challenges with raising money. But it's not just HBCUs. Colleges, period, nowadays.
Okay.
There's a challenge with raising money because there's so much competition. There are 3,000 colleges and universities in the United States.
Man, that's a number.
Yeah, it's a lot. So people think about all the big ones, all the famous ones, and some of them are really small. But if you look at HBCUs, there are a little over 100 of us. Mm-hmm. We're not all the same. We're different. Meharry, for example, is only graduate programs. We have no undergraduate programs here.
Okay.
We have no sports teams and those kind of things. So we're purely focused on graduate medical, dental, and biomedical science education. So it makes us a little different from a lot of places.
Now, because I've seen schools use like sports teams and things of that to get alumni excited. What are some of the things that Meharry does to get the alumni excited to donate?
Well, mainly our mission. I think the people that come to Meharry are very passionate about our mission of serving underserved people and populations around the world, primarily in the United States. Almost 70% of our graduates serve in what is called underserved communities.
70%.
70%. So they come here, students come here with that dedication to serving people that need help most.
Wow.
And so that kind of filters throughout the college. The faculty are dedicated to that, the students, the alumni. So people come here with that mission in mind for the most part. And that makes them, I think, more attuned to why we need their support.
And as they go into their professional world, that's something that stays with them.
Absolutely. You can see it in the work they do. Many times our alumni, they're leaders in their communities, not just in medicine and dentistry and science, but in civil rights and social issues, justice issues. They're very much involved because of that passion they have for the mission that we have.
Now, what your department, besides reaching out to alumni, what are some other institutions or organizations that you seek funding from?
Well, we reach out to corporations, foundations, individuals who are not alumni friends of the college, organizations, churches. We're affiliated with United Methodist Church.
Okay.
So they support us a great deal. In fact, very generously. Over the years, they've given a lot of money to Meharry. We were founded in part by the organizations that were now part of the United Methodist Church. So one of our founders, the Meharry brothers, were Methodists, and they partnered with the Methodist Church to help found Meharry in 1876.
Wow. 1876?
Yes.
Wow, that's some history right there.
It is. Yeah.
That's some great history. Now, you mentioned friends.
Yes.
I found that interesting. Friends of Meharry.
Right.
So people that didn't actually attend here, but they still want to support.
They still donate to us.
They still donate.
Yes.
What is that average person like? Who would you say that is?
They're all over the place. It's hard to say an average person because they vary in terms of race, ethnicity, geography, profession. Some are very well educated, some not educated at all. An interesting thing happened way back probably in the 70s. Ronald Reagan, President Reagan, sent a letter out all over the country to people asking them to support Meharry.
Really?
Yes. A lot of people don't know that. And many people responded. In fact, some of those people are still responding today, still giving.
Wow.
Because they were captivated, I believe, by the mission of Meharry. And we were trying to lift people up and help people with basic human needs in terms of health care. And as a result of that, people said, wow, I want to support Meharry. We have many instances of people who've never even been to Nashville that give us money. Some very generously. We had one lady from Indiana, never been to Nashville.
Never been to Nashville.
And one of my colleagues and I went to visit her and her husband. And she had been given to Meharry for some years. And I asked her why did you start giving to Meharry? And she said, well, I got this letter in the mail. I liked what you all were doing. And at the time, I didn't want all my money going to help pay for the Vietnam War. So I decided to give more money away. And Meharry was one of the places she chose to give. And that lady now, she and her husband have given almost $2 million to Meharry.
Oh, wow.
Right.
And a letter came at the right time.
At the right time, hit the right nerve. And but there are many people like that who are very generous, who are cause-oriented in their philanthropy. And when they read the story of Meharry, how it was founded, the whole thing, I don't know if you've heard of the Salt Wagon story.
Yes, I have, but you can tell us if you want to hear
The
a
Salt
little
Wagon
bit.
story is, I'll give you a brief description of that. A young Samuel Meharry, probably in the 1820s, driving his salt wagon across Kentucky. And the wheel breaks down, the wagon breaks down. He knocks on the door of this cabin, and in that cabin was a slave, a former slave family, recently freed slave family, who with some trepidation came to his aid in the middle of the night and gave him a place to stay, fed him. The next morning, they helped him get on his way. And he said, look, I don't have any money now, but one day, if I'm able, I will do something to help your race. And fast forward some 50 years later, and that's exactly what he did. He and his brothers gave $30,000 in 1876 to help found Meharry, along with United Methodist Church.
That's an amazing story.
It really is.
And he kept his word.
He kept his word, and that's why we're here today.
Man, imagine that.
Yeah.
Well, that right there is a great story. And I was also wondering, information like that, the story, the cause, the mission, how can people out there find out more about Meharry?
Well, you can go to www.mmc.edu.
Okay.
And the website will reveal a lot of that to you. And of course, you can always look at the website and call us and contact us. And we're always willing to help people find a way to help Meharry.
Oh, right. That's right. And before I let you go, speaking of the website, you told the story about the woman during the Vietnam era, and she received a letter. Letters, brochures, pamphlets. But do you use social media or the web presence to spread the word?
We do. A lot more than as you may imagine nowadays. You have to use social media a lot. And we're using a lot more of it. And will be in the future. Particularly our younger alumni and other people really gravitate to the website. And they want more social media presence from us. So we're constantly developing new ways to do that.
Oh, great.
So we want to do that a lot more. We will do it a lot more.
We'll do a lot more. That's great. Well, we're going to look out for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, and I really appreciate your time, and good luck with the mission, and we're going to make sure that everyone out there knows that you can help donate to this great institution. Thank you again.
We appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
No
Thank
problem.
you for coming to talk to us.
No problem, sir. And once again, you've tuned into Take 10 on Tuesday with the Tennessee Tribune. I'll see you next time.